Hello, what's going on, America? How are we doing today? Hope you're having a great day. I've had a pretty productive day. Um, I've had to go out and look and search for a different location too, because a possibility in the building I'm in right now they may be selling it, and that makes me kind of nervous. So just the fact that it's up for sale doesn't mean I could foretell the future, but makes me nervous. My name is Michael Tomlinson. I am an Americanteer. Today is December the 30th, 2022. End of the year. Wow. Beginning of a new year. Even like, wow, wow, wow. If you're going to go out and celebrate it, have fun, be safe, get plastered if you want to. I don't, or if you want to stay home and watch movies and snuggle in a blanket and eat popcorn, then that is just as much fun. I like those nights too, and so I've had a little bit of both in my life. So it doesn't really matter how we celebrate it, just as long as we acknowledge. I don't even think we can. We have to even acknowledge it. It's just a celebration. People can congregate. People can get together. And if people want to make it into something that's significant, like for the beginning of something new, then by all means, do that. If that's what it takes to help get a mindset for the rest of the year coming up in 2023, then just go for it. Don't be embarrassed. When people say like, oh, I don't do that, and if that's what you're into doing, just say, I'm into doing it. You know, means something to you, then that's great. Me personally, my goals and agenda and everything, I just do that throughout the year. There is no beginning or end to what's going on. But I do like the shift in the new year. It's just like I said, it's a great celebration. It's time, moving. And I'm always fascinated with time just moving, forward. In fact, I'm so into it that I got my own interpretation of what time is. And I don't mean by my watch time. I mean time. The infinite time line. And how, we are only here like a smidgen of a second. I mean, our existence is especially if you look at the time limit on this planet, we are, we're just a little bump, and as an individual, we're just like seconds, of our life and it's gone. And that's time just has no mercy. It just moves and moves. Not going to stop or slow down or nothing like that. So I come up with like my own thing about time from what I learned just on my own, just from learning and gaining knowledge from all kinds of different people, places, and things, and my situations, and just my own understanding, maybe my meditation, I don't know, but it's formulated into my own understanding that's completely different for other people, and I'm okay with that. And the one big reason I'm really okay with that is that I just don't never know my age. I don't even know how old I am today. To be honest with you, I just don't know, and I don't want to know. That kind of time does not really interest me. I already know the fraction of what we're here for, how long we're here for, so I don't need to be reminded that this fraction of a second is, has some kind of countdown. And to each its own, but that's just my thing. That's how I look at it. So, and that's kind of like my choice of doing things, and I really like it. It's good not to know things like that. I wake up and I think I'm probably 27 years old. I know I'm not, but, I can think that, honestly. Or I can think I'm 127 years old. I am probably not, but doesn't mean I can't think that way. Because it becomes just like a non-relevant kind of statement to me. It's not really a part of my life, and that's just my choice. Again, I'm bringing up the word choice, and that's what I'm talking about is just Americans having the right to choose. Americanteers exercising their rights to choice. So, that's the point, is that you can choose to do things differently tomorrow. You can come up with your own, fanatical way of looking at life, just as long as it's not really hurting on anybody and you're not hating on anybody, but your philosophical views start to change. There isn't anything wrong with that. I think you should go ahead and do that. It's a choice that you decide to make. Just like when you make a choice to join the Americanteers, it's a decision, it's a choice. You kind of have to do it 100% on your own. And that's what it takes, to stick to it too. You made a choice. You might as well see it through. Might as well see what happens. Give it your best. Make sure you know everything you need to know, or you learned everything you need to learn. You're there, you're here for a reason. You're watching this video for a reason. And you're having a calling for a reason. And I think it was just yesterday I was talking about the piece in the puzzle. But there's a reason for it. And so the power of choice, the power, to be able to choose. And I'm not using that like in a current political war statement, it's my choice, my choice, my body. No, that's not really what I'm thinking or talking about. I'm talking about we make little choices throughout the day. What kind of coffee are we going to drink? Are we going to have tea? What kind of breakfast are we going to eat? These are decisions and choices we make. And whatever's in front of us and options, we'll look at and then make a decision. And some people have a lot of, they can wake up and they're so privileged, they have so much on their plate to be handed to them that they can just pick and choose, and make a decision on whatever. And other people just don't have anything at all to wake up and struggle. The struggle is real. The stress is real. The pressure is real. And I relate to all that, man. So, I'm not a privileged person in a sense, but and I relate to both sides. To be honest with you, I can relate to it. So, I'm like, that's me though. That's just because that's just me. It's the way I've been designed or worked through over the years to understand all that. And not just say I understand it just because people tell me, is that I experienced it. And and gain the knowledge and the know-how and be able to come back around and say like, wow, that was like a real learning experience. I really made a bad choice or a good choice or making my decisions properly, but I choose, and there is a power in that. There is an empowerment, and if it's done in a healthy and positive way, there is definitely an empowerment in it. People can't stop you. Once you make that decision, once you cross your own little that line in front of you, and step over it, and be willing to accept the unknown, the new playing field, the new adventure, the new journey you're on, because you decided that you had to do that. Enough is enough. That old life and the old formula just is not working in your life anymore. And maybe it was working last month or last year, but it's not working anymore today like it was. And this is the time to make a new decision, to have a choice. And that's the choices. You can join Americanteers. Break it up. Do something different, and be a part of a change that can specifically not only impact your life in a positive way, but you can save America in a whole different fundamental way too. And to be a part of that, how can you say no? That's a positive direction. I'm not a politician. I'm not here to tell you which direction, in a political kind of sense, you should be thinking. I don't talk about that kind of stuff. That's not really the issue. The issue is a state of mind. The issue is we got to understand, in order to take back our power, we have to take back our power to choose, our power to make decisions for ourselves as individuals and as Americanteers with a thoughtful, common sense approach. We have people making decisions for us who strip us, take that choice. They make that for us. They just take it away. We don't have any say so. We like to think we do, but we really don't. We're just kind of spectators, and and like I've said this 100 times, they just manipulate us and deceive us, and the more people are manipulated and deceived, the more they just stay in it, and that blows my mind. It's like, how can you want to be a part of that? In this, a broken system, dysfunctional system, Some people can look at it like it is just a system that just completely does not work. And they want to declare like some kind of like crazy actions or get the right kind of politician in the administration, and that's going to solve it all. No, man. We have to take, that's a problem we're going against. We have to take personal responsibility. If we're going to self-govern our own country and teach our government how to do their job, which is what Americanteers are going to do too, then we got to separate ourselves from that old formula, that way of thinking, that echo chamber of what they're saying and other people are saying, and it all kind of goes into one bubble. Even that starts to take away, responsibility of making the decision. or having a choice whatsoever. You just have no choice. You don't even give yourself a choice. You probably don't even think about it that way until I just brought it up. I never even thought like you're just you're empowered, but you're moving on. But you didn't realize that your decisions are being made by you don't have anything to do with that, with the decision making. You're just kind of like moving along with what other people are saying or doing. And so let's take a step back, take a deep breath, step into it with a new perspective, a new set of eyeballs, a way to make new decisions. And that's the choice and that I'm talking about, the Americanteer way. It's, and we can, that's how we're going to change America. Do you understand what I'm saying here? That's how we're going to change America. By individually changing ourselves. Like, I'm not saying we have to take a long, deep look at ourselves in a mirror. It's not that complicated, man. There's no spiritual or philosophical meaning to what I'm saying. You already understand what I'm saying. So don't look for it to go any deeper because you should already understand what I'm saying. It's, so it's either you're okay with not being accountable for yourself and allowing people to make decisions for you, or you want to be accountable and responsible for yourself and say, I can make my own decisions. I have my own freedom to choose. Not to be told and then reprimanded and then fined and for just doing little small things. If you're out there really hurting and breaking the law, then that's a bad choice. That's a bad decision-making thing you got going on there. And so, yeah, you're going to get in trouble. But if it's not that kind of stuff that I'm talking about either, I'm talking about the powers that be, from the city to the state to Washington. There's all kinds of narcissism and ego and evilness going on within the closed doors of all the institutions that serve us. All of them. And even the ones that span out from Washington as these, like just different, like it's like a bicycle wheel where it has the spokes coming out. So you have Washington in the center, then you have all these spokes going out to other kind of other things, other energy, livestock, automobiles, hotel. So these spokes are just doing their own thing. I don't know where I'm going with this bicycle tire thing. It just kind of came up. But there is a reason why, and I think I'm pointing out the fact that it's not just Washington, but it's everything that's around them too that extends from Washington. Is exactly the same way. They are, they're telling us, they don't give us a choice. They're telling us what they're going to do. And that's where corruption can come in, because there's no accountability. No one's accountable. No one's responsible. Everyone's just kind of taking and exploiting and not really. They don't really have to care. Why would they? It's because we're not paying attention as Americans. We're letting it go. So that's why another reason you need to join the Americanteers. So we can pay attention to that stuff. We can make little notes, put in our recommendation. We're going to be backed up by millions. Millions of Americans are going to be in this thing. So we're going to have such a powerful, powerful voice that it's going to be untouchable, unstoppable by anyone or anything. Even if I went away, somebody would step into my place and pick up the flag. So it's not like going to just go away. It's already begun. It's already started. Our journey together has already begun. You just don't know it yet. I keep saying that. You're already an Americanteer. You just don't know it yet. And once you do know it, you can be happy that you are a part of it. And it's going to be really cool. You're going to be really down. Be like, yeah. At least, there's so much negativity going on. At least we have this positive movement for the people to participate in, to have hope in, to have the faith in, to move forward for us and for our children and for, our own parents and their parents, like our grandparents. It's across the board. That's an awesome, magnificent thing. Very magnificent. So, let's do it. Make the right choice. You have the choice. Make the right decision. Jump on board. Kick some butt with me, man. Let's get out there and, rumble it up. Boom, 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 boom. Make it happen. Okay, well, hey, have a great New Year's Eve day tomorrow, or whatever it may be, our New Year's. I'm a little confused here about that. But, peace, love, be excellent. We'll talk later. Okay, bye.